Hi everyone, this is Aveda. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel, Embrace Natural Beauty, where it is my goal to share with you simple tips and techniques that have been helpful to me in my own natural hair journey, which has been 5 years. My 5-year natural hair anniversary will be this August 30th, 2016. And I'm sharing with you these tips that have been helpful to me to help me maintain my hair, to keep it in good condition and retain length, which was always my goal, because I want all of you who are watching and who follow me to better maintain your hair, keep it in good condition, and retain length if that's your goal, so that you enjoy your hair and embrace natural beauty of your own. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the wash day that actually resulted in this wash and go. Today is day 6 of my wash and go that I did in the wash day that you're going to be watching in this video. And it's a very special wash day because it's when I reverted from my straight blowout back to my natural curl. And I'm showing you all the steps that I use, all the products that I use, and explaining why I had to do this, especially because of my protein sensitivity. So I know it's a long video. I'm going to provide, a step-by-step or a timetable so that if you want to jump ahead and move to another section of the video, you're welcome to. But this way you're getting all of the detail that actually took place on that wash day, and especially the reversion in real time. It's upside down because I have very little left, so I'm trying to get it down to the bottom. But I'm going to now turn it this way. And I'll show you what it is. I'm using Hydratherma Naturals Amino Plus Protein Deep Conditioning Treatment to treat my hair prior to shampoo. I only use protein treatment when I heat style my hair, and so I'm using it prior to shampoo in order to slow down the process of the moisture penetrating my hair and slow down the reversion process so that's a more gentle manner. The hair has been heat styled. It has also been in the stretched style. It's been in a dry state for about a week, and so just as an extra measure, it's not a requirement. It's something that I've been doing since I've been natural, and I do not style my hair with heat too often, but each time I do revert, I do a protein treatment. This one is already pre-made. It's by Hydratherma Naturals. It's a wonderful product. I can only use, a protein treatment on my hair prior to removing it with a cleanser, because otherwise I will not get any moisture into my hair. I will have very dry hair. In addition to this being a protein treatment, it's also pH balanced. So because it pretty much matches the pH of the hair, the reversion is even slower because the hair is not being raised by the pH. The only portion of my hair that seems to be reverting at this particular moment happens to be the high porosity sections on both the right and the front left. And I'm going to try and point that out to you so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you see how on the top there's just a little bit of waviness? That's where my high porosity hair is. So you can see it's starting to do some reverting. A little bit of reverting, right? So this is just water. This is water. Okay. And so I want to see if we can see this real definition. So I've already got some reversion taking place there and over here. Actually, if I put it over here, it'd be better. Let's see. We've already got some curl down these ends. Now, for the most part, I want this to play in real time, but since this is not changing too much, I'm going to just speed it up just twice as fast, not too fast. but I still want you to get a gist of what I'm doing. This is just plain water, and want to see how swiftly it's reverting. And I'm only reverting one section. In here I'm showing you different porosity levels. This front part should probably absorb moisture very quickly. Earlier that day I had applied some moisturizers to see how well they would serve on straight hair without causing reversion. They didn't do much to moisturize. I did get a little bit of reversion on the same area, but not much. And so that product being on my hair is serving as another barrier, which is fine. I was able to clear up that they weren't good for moisturizing, but they are still serving as a barrier for me reverting here right now. Ah, look at those curls coming in. It's a very happy day when you have had heat styled hair and you see the curls coming back. So, see all those waves? All those little curlies? The curls are back. Yeah, the curls are back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest of this in the shower and show, if I can, I will show what it looks like. I'll come a little closer. Now here I'm using two cameras. The previous one was to show you more high definition. Here I'm in the shower and different lighting, different camera. What I'm doing right now is I'm testing the water. So another component of my reversion is that I make sure the temperature of the water is not too hot. I actually am applying lukewarm to cool water to again slow down how quickly the cuticle layer raises up as I receive this moisture. As you notice, I'm again playing this in real time so that we can all see how long it's actually taking for my hair to revert. And I'm just doing this one section. I'm going to go back and show you more definition with the other camera. I was saying I'll be right back. In here, hopefully you can see better definition of my reverted curls. You can see how I have different textures on the top and bottom. And now I'm back in the shower. Now I'm just going to go full out and just allow the water to penetrate. For the most part, again, keeping this in real time just so we can see how long it took my hair to revert safely, gently, using this lukewarm water approach, and also having the protein treatment on my hair as a barrier and strengthener as well. Okay, so at this point, I realize I forgot to put the hair trap in the drain, and so I saw some hair getting ready to go down the drain. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to do this in real time. I don't want to stop the camera. So I sped it up just so, you know, I didn't break away from the scene, but I did want to address that. So here we are again. I'm still rinsing all of my hair. It's pretty much, as I see the waves have come back, it's pretty much done. So now I'm actually noticing my high porosity hair and noticing how differently it looks. Although it's reverted, it looks different from the other hair. So I'm just pointing it out to myself and to you guys as well. It also looks like the right side had shrunken more, but I do have a front angle, so that's contributing to why that is so much shorter than the left side, which is more recently been saturated. And so now I'm going to speed it up. It's pretty much reverted. Not going too fast, so you're not missing anything. My hair is pretty much reverted back to its natural curl. And it's always a sense of relief, even though you take these extra measures and make sure you're caring for your hair. It's always a good, thing to see that the steps that you've put in place did work properly and your hair is safely returned back to a position and it's not damaged. So look at me. I am a happy camper. Or happy natural, actually. Look at my fluffy lioness hair. I'm happy. It's back. I'm all reverted. Yay! Next up, I'm going to use the Hydratherma Naturals Herbal Amino Clarifying Shampoo. Again, this is a product by Hydratherma Naturals that is pH balanced, so my cuticle layer will not be raised that much, slowly penetrating the water, but most importantly, I'm cleansing my scalp and my hair. So I'm going to focus on my scalp first, and I'll have you know this is an excellent clarifying shampoo for those of you especially who are not protein sensitive like me. Looks and smells good. Or feels and smells good. Yeah, so I was saying that it feels and smells good, and it actually looks very pretty too. It looks like a nice white pearl. The texture of it is nice and creamy, and as you can see, I'm speeding this up because I'm just essentially washing my scalp. I go all around the scalp and just concentrating that. So I'm just speeding it up. That's actually 4 times the speed, so we can get through this. But you know what's happening. Just focusing on cleansing my scalp, and it's also very important that I had to clarify because I need to remove all of the product that was used on my hair before heat styling because I used a heat protectant that had silicones. And so now I'm using the Shea Moisture Low Porosity Line Protein Free Shampoo. This clarifying shampoo is sulfate free, whereas the previous one had sulfates that I needed to remove the silicone. So this one is just mainly to remove all of the protein. So now I can get moisture into my hair. With this shampoo, you can actually see my curl pattern starting to appear and the curls starting to pop. This is when my hair is actually about to receive moisture because all the protein has been removed. My hair is being clarified and it's ready to receive moisture. Unfortunately, I do have this high porosity area that I'm pointing out that doesn't want to behave. It just wants to stay frizzy. But the rest of my hair is responding perfectly fine to the clarifying shampoo. Now that my hair is free of silicones and proteins, I can finally get some moisture penetration. So as I saturate my hair is finally being hydrated. And you can actually notice the difference. I'm happy. And I am happy. A very important part of maintaining the health of your hair is detangling. So I'm using my staple conditioner to detangle, which is the Aveda Damage Remedy, which gives me a lot of lubrication so I have good slip. I use it mostly for the top portion or the majority of my hair, but where my hair is low porosity, I wanted to keep that protein free, and so I chose to use the Shea Moisture protein free low porosity conditioner on those portions of my hair. So I do finger detangle first, and I typically will use my just having a little fun. Typically, I would use my wide tooth immediately following the finger detangling, but when I don't have any tangles after finger detangling, it runs through smoothly, I'll just go right to my fine tooth because the wide tooth is essentially the same as finger detangling for me. And this is just to show you just how well detangled my hair is at this point. And it may seem like my hair is easy to detangle, but yes, I do get spiderweb tangles as well. I did do a lot of high definition detangling of my hair for further explanation of how important it is to detangle. I'm putting that together in a separate video. You can certainly check that out once it's available. I'll make sure you can have a link here to click to it immediately. But I do get spiderwebs, and I take my time to finger detangle when necessary. And now I'm deep conditioning with my staple deep conditioner, which is the True Intense Treatment Mask by Made Beautiful. I like this deep conditioner because it does a very good job of moisturizing my hair. I will provide a review later in a separate video, but here I'm applying it to my hair and I'm going to twist it up and put the clip on before I put the plastic cap on to do my deep conditioning under a electric heat cap. This is the electric heat cap that I've mentioned to a number of you before. I don't think I've ever shown it in a video before, but it's electric. It looks like that when you plug it in. It has that red light. It's got some aluminum in the inside. Always use a processing cap when you use an electric heat cap. So you'll trap all that moisture in there and keep it into your hair or get it to penetrate into your hair very nicely. So it had a nice drawstring. I was under there for 20 minutes, which is typically how long I deep condition with the heat cap. Taking it off, I'm going to show you how moist my hair looks. Look at that moisture. Now I'm going to prepare for the wash and go. I'm taking out these juicy twists from my deep conditioning. I had a very moisturizing wash today, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and unravel and take a look and feel of my hair, which is wonderful. I'm very thrilled with the results. And now what I want to show you is how I'm rinsing all of the deep conditioner out. And many of you ask me, do I apply my product to wet or damp hair? Here's how I do it. You see, I'm leaving this in real time. I just gently squeeze the water that's on top of my hair, and I still have some that's dripping at the bottom. So I don't squeeze too hard, but I do apply the moisturizer, which is going to be the Butter Than Love Pudding by Wonder Curl, which happens to be my staple moisturizer. I'm going to apply it to my damp hair that is still dripping on the ends. I pulled up a large portion of it and wanted to make sure I didn't drop it. And many of you talk about how difficult you have some difficulty sometimes spreading a product on your hair that doesn't have a lot of slip. This is one of those products. It doesn't have a lot of slip, but it's very moisturizing. So what I do is I spread it on my hands first, and then I apply it to my hair like so. And you'll see that I'll continue to apply moisturizer as needed. I'll split it open. You see how my fingers are going through like the rake and smooth method. But if necessary, I'm going to switch to another camera. If necessary, I'll apply more to the exterior, wherever I need to apply as needed. I will continue to add my moisturizer because moist hair is the most important thing to me. So now that I've taken out a small section, make sure my moisturizer is nicely distributed all the way to the ends, which is very important to make sure our ends are moisturized. I'm going to go ahead and apply my styler, which is the Wonder Curl Get Set Hair Jelly. And so I spread that on my hands first, and I'll apply it most likely at the top first and rake it through. And if it doesn't reach all the way to the bottom, which I don't necessarily have to on the first application, I will apply some more. And you see I started that midway and bringing it all the way to the ends. And now styling the wash and go using the rake and smooth method. This is the rake, and then when I get down to the bottom is the smooth. That's the smooth. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I will provide a separate video with all of this that I recorded on this wash day to show you specifically how I do the wash and go application in more detail. But for the purposes of this video, this is the wash and go rake and smooth method. And then here are my wash and go results before I dry my hair. Nice and got a good separation of curls. Now that clumping in the back, that's the result of me talking on the phone, a very important phone call I had to receive while I was doing my washing. So I missed that portion in the back. It was a little lumpy. And now I'm diffusing. This is a attachment you can put on any standard blow dryer. It's the Diva Curl diffuser. I'll put the link in the information box below where you can get this if you're interested in using it. I've been using this for since about March. I've been using it, and I love this diffuser because you can actually get all the way to the scalp. I dry my hair before I go to bed because I'm not going to bed with wet hair, and that diffuser, and I sat under the dryer prior to that to make sure my hair was fully dry. And now I'm fully dried and going to prepare for bed using my standard silk scarf. This is a very sturdy silk scarf. I've shown this to you guys several times. I'm tired. It's late. This is like 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody. That's how I wrap my hair because I'm sitting in this chair. Normally, I flip my head completely over, but sitting in that chair so I can be in the camera made it a little bit more difficult for me. But anyway, I also wanted to show you day 2 results. There I am. That's day 2. If you'll notice, I did not stretch my hair when I prepared for bed. Typically, that is my latest step. I'm no longer stretching my hair on my wash and goes. Oftentimes I get the question of how often should we do protein treatments? And I typically answer the same way. When you're natural, the only times you really need to do a protein treatment are on basically 3 occasions. When you're heat styling, when you are color treating your hair, or maintaining your color treated hair rather, when you experience elasticity issues, meaning that your curl, you have elasticity in your curl, it bounces back. So if you pull your hair and it doesn't bounce back, then you have elasticity issue. If you pull it down like this, hang on, let me try and see. If you pull it down like this and it stays, that's an elasticity issue. That's when you're in need of a protein treatment. So on those 3 occasions, that's when you would look to do a protein treatment. And I always recommend, if you're not sure, to go to a natural hairstylist, let them help you with your hair so you don't do something that's going to send you backwards, okay? But for the most part, you do not need to use protein treatments. Why? Because protein is in a number of the conditioning products we use. Sometimes they're even in your shampoos. I'm going to share with you in another video what I experience when I get a dry hair experience from my wash day is when there are proteins in the products. So protein is generally in a lot of different styling and conditioning and even cleansing products, and so you are getting protein if you're using products that contain them, and you do not necessarily need to do a protein treatment. Okay.